All right, here we are, back at the Picacho at 17655 Ironwood Bend. We're gonna be going through and looking at some of the markings we can see on the exterior. They've already taped certain things where they're gonna come back. The orange and the blue were the builder's tape marks. The yellow is our inspector's tape marks. We can see some more tape down here, and we'll just come and touch up that paint. Our inspector noted that tape, or that paint there, a little bit of stucco. And we're gonna see that this house is all marked up, but that's normal. It's good to see that they're identifying things. So we have paint, scratch or paint on the countertop right there, a little scuff mark. Scuffs. So on the new home orientation, we expect that the things that the builder comes in and takes care of, they're going to take the tape off as they take care of things. You can see that our inspector noted over here that there were some nails where it doesn't quite get covered by the paint. So that'll be a tape line thing. There's a screw missing on the vent. I'll put a piece of tape right there. So we don't need to go over every scuff, but our inspector did note right here that there's a bow in the wall right here where they put the baseboard. And it's going to be in the report as well that there's a little bit of a wave in the baseboard here. Now I expect that they'd shim out the baseboard most likely. They're gonna level out these cabinets. The inspector noted a little bit of a gap right there in that outlet. This back door isn't latching properly. We'll take a look outside here. So we have more exterior paint. This right here is just a piece of dust that got stuck, just a little piece of paper there. So they're gonna come do some touch up out here. We have a stucco crack on the wall. Now when a house is settling, you are gonna get stucco cracks. You'll have a time when they come out and paint after everything is settled. Some overspray there on the window frame. They have a note there to remove the paint from the window frame on second story as well. That would be that one right there. They have a piece of tape right here from the builder. Looks like they're gonna finish sealing this up right here. So we see all the blue tape down here where they've noted some deficiencies. That needs to be adjusted so it latches properly. Paint, and then we have where the baseboard doesn't line up how it should. Looks like there's more tape here where there were some razor cuts when they cut the carpet. Some cuts got into the paint there. Our inspector was taking note of that. This says that there's a squeak. Some scuffs out here. Looks like there's a little bit of a bulge right there they have marked. And around the outlet there, and this light switch here. Looks like there's just little imperfections. Gap in the light, little scuffs and nicks. So this is me personally. I noticed that there was paint on the carpet and then some overspray, little drops of paint here. So I want that all fixed up. Now, one thing that we did note that the inspector noted, it's going to be on your inspection report, but this pony wall right here is not plumb. So there's an angle from here to where it comes out and hits the wall here, about 1.25 inches. So this one is something I hope they can get done in a reasonable amount of time. It's outside of the workmanship tolerances, but essentially they'd have to move this wall in 1 inch and then extend out this little piece right here so that it sits in the center of the wall when they're all done. So more scuffs, nail hole that you can, or a nail head that you can see there, nail head that you can see there. This, more scuffs there, and this door didn't close. So you can see it gets stuck at the bottom. There was another door where it was getting stuck at the top, so those are going to need to be adjusted. These drawers have notes for adjustments. This has a note for a touch-up inside. And then we just have some paint splatter here. There's a little light paint here. Imperfection around the outlet. Some scuffs on the closet door. Nothing inside the closet. Oh, here we go. A little imperfection right there. Light paint, a little bit of a chip right there. Again, around the outlets. paint splatter on the tile. The inspector noted that. I'm wondering if he's just pointing out the paint right there, most likely. Maybe it's not sitting flush. It'll be in the inspection report. One imperfection right there. Looks like a little chip in the baseboard. So, coming into the master, some scuffs. Looks like they gotta do the finishes on this side here. Adjust that. It says adjust or replace. Little scuff right there. Scuff on the window. It looks like some overpaint maybe. Some paint drops. And again, the blue was noted by the builder. So these are things that they're checking themselves on. So the inspector did put an X marks the spot where the hole in the drywood, what am I saying? In the sheeting. Around the outlet, a little scuff, some fingerprints. All right, so this is what we have for now. When you come on the new home orientation, I'm hoping that a lot of this is cleared up. And so if there is anything that you note on the new home orientation, we expect that to be done by your final walkthrough on the 30th. And like I said, this pony wall right here, and possibly where the baseboard curves. I'm hoping that the builder will take care of that in a timely manner. All right. I'll see you soon. Take care.